We are sad to report that on this finale night, that Business B, INC, suffered some bankruptcy. I don't know. I just really wanted to do something with the E's at the end. Whatever, it's jury duty. I don't believe in blacking out people's faces either for finale night. If you make it to finale night, I think you deserve to stay in color. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. I'm Kyle Petty, and I am joined by John Dunphy and Gina Morgino, who is back. She is not working on tonight. COVID-free and ready to party. Got one.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
what a night.
What a night. Let's see here. I guess it starts right with that ridiculous part 1.
Oh my god.
That was like Legends of the Hidden Temple themed.
I would have walked out.
Yeah, I thought it was very fun, but I would have been very frustrated.
I would have lost my mind in that competition.
Yeah, I would have been throwing things, I think.
Oh my god. And it was like a couple of hours long too. No, I would have quit. I would have walked out.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Before we get too far, what did you think of last night, Gina? Since we didn't get any of your thoughts on that, what did you think of the veto comp? Did you have a good time? Do you think you could have played it?
No. No, I do not.
Yeah, I guess that's
but even like, I mean, you know how I felt about last night's episode because I was live texting you while I was watching it, being like, I still don't understand how Helena goes home. What happened in the second half of this episode? No. Only to find out nothing. It just happened.
No, I guess we can get to that later. All right. Well, I guess that's really all there is to say about, last night. So, Helena gone. Not really that exciting, right? Yeah.
I mean it was wild. I would argue it was exciting.
No, it was exciting, but like, there's not a whole lot, like, really, like, to say around. To talk,
it.
Yeah. No, I just felt bad you kind of left out last night. So, So anyway, so Kevin won part 1, which also surprised me. Didn't that surprise you? Like, he didn't win anything basically all season. This,
right?
Yeah, and people were saying like online that they're gonna have to rig things in order for Kevin to win. This most certainly was not rigged.
No,
in favor of anyone. Like, I mean, like, there's nobody.
They were all having a hard time.
Right? Who I can't imagine a person who would not.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it was
even
funny
every time someone got close, it was like just knocked over. It's, oh god.
What was it like again?
What was funny? It was, what was crazy to me too is that like you could see them all being so careful, like stacking these coins up, like perfectly aligning them. But the time where Kevin actually won it, his pieces were like all over the place. He's walking
like
up
throwing
to the
shit on top, like
I wondered. No, I don't think it was all over the place though. I think that was strategy.
You think it was strategic?
I think it was weight balance, but it looked like it was like
right. It looked all over the place.
When you really looked at it close, it was neat. It's just not what you would expect it to
balanced,
look like.
On every side.
It was balanced. It looked intentional.
And he almost lost it. I thought like one deep breath and that thing was about to go down, I thought.
Well, that happened another time. Like, it happened earlier.
Honestly, that broke my heart. Like, that really,
was rough.
I don't know that I would have tried again after that. But then what are you going to do in the meantime?
Right.
Because that could happen to anyone else. So you're really going to get, and that's the worst part. Yeah. So Kevin wins it. And then they go on to that big wall thing with these questions and these trivia questions with the bean bags on the platform and running up and down, up and down, up and down. I have a lot of questions around this. All right, because first of all, how do they even see what the answer was when they're throwing from that angle?
I'm wondering. So you could see this was a big like screen. I actually thought this looked super cool. Like,
it
the way that
looks
this,
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
right? It looked
Yes.
like I feel like in BBUS, I don't remember seeing like something like this in a competition. I was like, that looks amazing. I feel
We
like,
do have OTEV. Come on. We do get.
of
we have
course,
OTEV.
OTEV
Come
is
on.
great, but like this just was so like it looked so great visually.
I know.
And because the whole thing was like this video board, I'm wondering if those little things that came out that they were landing the beanbags on, I wonder if there was like something on there, like whatever was displayed on the video board beneath it. I wonder if it was like displayed
Something
on a
reflective.
video board there, something
Yeah.
like that, maybe.
I was hoping for an angle that would give us that answer, but
Or like if there were like monitors in front of them that they were like looking at or something.
right,
That's true too. Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
My biggest question around a competition like this really comes from the end here. Now, I know from watching previous Big Brothers and stuff like this, when you are in a competition like this, they kind of sequester you, and you're sitting in separate rooms. You don't know when you get called. You don't really know how long anybody did anything. Now, but this situation here now, are you really going to tell me you are so surprised that Betty, I mean, like what was it, like 2.5 hours?
Josh beat her by 2 hours.
You know, like there's no way they didn't
Not
know
like
that.
10 minutes.
Right? Because
2
whether she went
hours.
first or she went second, like you just knew it didn't take that long. You know?
Right.
So like unless they just make you stay in the room, like
How do you
I don't know.
lose by 2 hours?
I wonder they might like maybe they block out like a ridiculous amount of time, right? Like 5 hours. You got to stay over there.
I don't care how much time
You gotta
they
stay
block
over there.
out.
By
I don't care how much time is blocked out. How do you logistically lose a competition by 2 hours?
Oh yeah.
I
don't
really
know.
want to know what went on in that room.
That's
Did she quit a
nuts.
few times? Like maybe just sit down and start crying?
cry.
Yeah, which is probably what I would do. Which would make perfect sense because she really looked like she had been through some things when she was standing there waiting for her time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She looked unwell, didn't she? She looked like she had a rough time.
Oh my god! And there was a point too where she was still going, where she actually said like, I thought she was gonna lose, but I never thought that it was gonna be that big of a difference. And like she
No.
actually said while she was competing, she was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I can make up some time here and have a chance to win." Like it's like I don't know what you're talking about.
2 hours.
Yeah. So needless to say, Betty lost that one. She lost.
Oh God.
She lost. So the final part 3, final part of this HOH competition with Betty. Oh my goodness gracious. Josh v. Kevin.
I think
This
I
was
think I
very
held my
exciting.
breath the entire competition.
I got every single question wrong too. Did you know any of those things?
I couldn't even focus on the questions. I was just focused on how stressed out I was.
Yeah, I was literally just like watching their hands to see like which buttons they pressed without even actually like.
I
know
didn't
what they
think
were-
about the questions for a second.
I was like, are they giving the same answer? Are they giving different answers? Like that's what I was like looking for. I was like,
They were tied. Then they both got the tiebreaker right, and then had to go into another tiebreaker.
Which also, I feel like they were ill prepared with that first tiebreaker round, okay? Because she said we're gonna ask questions. The first one to get it wrong is out.
Oh, yeah.
She asked one
Yeah.
question. It's like, what do you mean first one? Like you asked one additional question. Like that wasn't really. And I was like, this is
Right.
interesting for a tiebreaker. We've never gone to questions. You always bring the boards out.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is exciting. Oh, we only got one more question. Wow. That's it.
Do you think? I wonder if it had to do with just like timing. I wonder if they were like, listen, we don't have enough time to ask more questions. Just go to get the boards out, get them to do that. Whoever's closer gets. You know what? I wonder if they would have
Right.
done
Like
more
if production in
maybe.
that moment was like, this could go on for a while. Just do the
Right.
boards.
I also would have
No.
been fine if we missed out on the I didn't need that extra little recap thing. The first 6, how'd you feel about that?
Oh, the pre-jury people.
Yeah,
They
whatever.
always do that. Like every finale has that, and it's always pointless.
Is it that long? I don't know. I felt like the video montage giving them like their highlights and everything. I thought that was very long.
Again, I feel like it's like if we don't have that stupid Friday episode, we get this. Like they're gonna put a recap in somewhere. I'd rather
You
it be
know.
now than have a whole nother episode, you know?
But that also debunks our excitement over the BB Can Awards because I thought that because now you're using that twice
Yeah.
now. Did we just take the Friday episode and just split it up? Well, I guess that's still better. That's still
It's
Yeah,
still
I
better.
still
better.
think that's better.
Yeah.
Because we would have
because-
had that episode anyway.
Double
They're
divide.
both
Right.
episodes we would have had anyway, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like the way the way that this was done, like I didn't mind seeing a lot of this stuff. Whereas like you get just a whole episode of nonsense in the BBUS version. So it's kind of like
carve out a whole night to be like, all right,
Yeah,
I watched
like-
this episode I already don't care about.
right. You have some, so you still get like the silly, stupid stuff from BB Canada, but like they do it in episodes that are still meaningful that you care about. You know, like none of us were like, I'm probably not even going to watch that episode. Whereas in BBUS, when we know that episode's coming up, it's like, we probably don't really have to watch this one, but we will because we do this podcast.
We will because FOMO. Like,
We will. And this time I didn't. I said, but I just want to make sure one of you guys are just check in on it. Make sure it's not anything.
Right.
Just check in. Thanks for repping the mug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a big
Gotta.
thing to announce later, right? Do we get to say it? We get
We
to say
do,
it.
we do.
Yeah. We'll do it. Do it now? No, we'll do it later.
No, we'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Okay. All right. People are waiting with bated breath. No. So Josh wins. And then makes the gut-wrenching decision to cut Betty. I couldn't.
Who saw this coming?
I did not. I mean, of course you think about it as like, oh, is that possible? Oh, that would look really crazy if, but like you didn't really actually think that you would do it.
I screamed.
Yeah. I was shocked.
My mouth
But I
was
did
just
agape.
start
to oh yeah. But I actually was starting to think, was this another move that Kevin just pulled off right at the end? Because if you remember, in Final Four, Kevin and Helena were in there trying to convince Josh, giving all these reasons about how Betty, she's the underdog. She's also a good competitor who's won some comps. She's well liked. She could totally beat you, but you can't beat me or Helena. He almost laid the groundwork, and even though Helena got cut, as you know, at the end of that last episode, I wonder if what Kevin said is what got into Josh's ear and ended up getting Kevin into that final two tonight. It was like Kevin on his last legs still pulled off this huge move that probably ended up winning him the game.
Yeah.
Well, where do we go from there? Betty. Well, I don't know what to say. Because
I was like, I kept trying, like I kept starting and stopping tweets, starting and stopping texts because I was like, my brain was just goo. I couldn't form words. I couldn't say anything.
I know.
I was floored. Like, what do you say?
It was wild. I felt so bad for her when you just saw her face and you could hear it in her voice when she realized, what was happening. Because even the way Josh started off, it almost sounded like he was going to go, and go with Betty.
It wasn't until he said my best friend that it was like, oh wow, it's happening.
Yeah.
I still wasn't sure at that point. I know Kevin won. Did Kevin win any comps this season?
He won a veto.
He did.
There was a veto in there somewhere.
Veto. Yeah.
And part 1 of this HOH. So he earned his way to part 3. So
yeah, there was that. I gotta say, oh man, I don't even know if you saw that season, John. Did you see that moment in the challenge when Bananas screwed over Sarah?
Yes.
That is what this harkened back to for me.
As you
watching
just said this,
Betty's face drop, it would realizing what's happening is very much so. Just to paint the scene for you, Gina, this is we actually discussed this once before, but they were playing this rivals game, Johnny Bananas and Sarah, and playing against each other. They had played against each other. No, she burnt. How did this go now? Because this was a multi-season story that led to this moment. But he had felt that she burned him a previous season, right? So they had some beef.
This already sounds vaguely familiar. I remember
Yes,
you
like they
saying
had
something
some
about
beef,
this.
and then they were on this. They had to play this rival season together, and basically the finale, like you ran the final together, and then like whoever had, even though you played as a duo, whoever had the shorter individual time is who got to decide if you were going to split the final prize money. And when it became very clear that Bananas was not going to give it to her, the way that her face dropped was exactly the same way that
Mm.
Betty's face looked. And I went, "Oh my God, I've seen this before. This is so gross."
No, it
Um,
hurt to watch Betty
mhm.
tonight. And then like John was laughing at it, but it's like the way we were watching it, they rewound and we had to watch it a second time. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know if I can do this again.
I know.
Like,
No.
it's like we get to watch this again. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it was just as bad. Do you think that Josh's outcome would have been any different, though? I don't think it would have
No.
been. If he brought
No.
Betty, I still think he would have lost.
Yeah, it seemed, especially obviously Summer, Herman, Moose, they were dead set against him. You know,
I had been saying for a while, I think Josh's biggest problem was going to be his jury management, and
yeah.
I don't think it really mattered.
I didn't think it was that much of a problem that he got smoked like that.
I don't know, man. Every jury segment that we would see, you would see people complaining about Josh and feeling burned by Josh. I feel like it didn't really matter who he sat next to.
No, I don't
So-
think it did either. I just didn't think he was going to lose like that.
Like, not
Yeah.
even like Kevin Betty. Like, I don't think it mattered who at all after
Right.
jury he sat next to.
Oh.
Like, if Helena was there, if, you know, like, I don't think it
okay.
really mattered.
We have a good question
Yeah.
here. If Betty kept Helena, would Josh have still evicted Betty at final 3? If Betty kept Helena, would Josh have still evicted Betty? I don't know.
I kind of think he would.
I think it kind of depends on what you were saying before, John, about like if Kevin planted the seed for him to be like, oh, I'm not going to be able to beat Betty.
Yeah.
Because the only thing Helena, I mean, I think
She
this is
won
what
2
Josh was
vetoes,
saying, is
right?
that Helena?
Yeah,
think
2
so, yeah.
vetoes.
I think
2
so.
vetoes, yeah.
But he was even saying like the only thing that she really has for her is that she had never been on the block. So like her social game kind of speaks for itself. So I know he was a little worried about that.
Mhm.
But I don't know if he would be worried enough to not bring her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I still say I'm surprised that he didn't get a single other vote. Not even one.
Well, I mean, this jury was so petty. I mean, think about it. The person that he burned the most in like a couple of the most crucial moments of the game is the only person that voted him.
That voted
Where you have
for him,
all
yeah.
these, we have all
Right.
these other people who claim they were burned by him, but nobody, even if they were burned by Josh, nobody was burned as bad as Betty. And these people had like weeks to kind of get over what had happened,
Yeah.
and they were still harping on it. Meanwhile, Betty just got sent out moments before.
I wonder if
Still
Summer
both
had
won.
anything to do with that. Just Summer just constantly going. She really
I wouldn't be surprised. If people are that mad, we see them poison juries all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Summer was driving me nuts tonight.
Summer really.
I've had enough.
Yeah. Wow, what a crash and burn. What a crash
Very
and burn.
disappointing.
She was, and I guess we really shouldn't be surprised. The whole reason why I liked her so much was really the whole reason why she said she wanted to be on the show in the first place was simply because, somebody she doesn't like that she used to work with likes the show, so she wanted to be on it, which is really like such a petty reason to be on there. It's not even somebody you
but
currently
the way
work
she
with.
says it, like it sounded funny. I was like,
It
oh,
did
this is
sound
funny. This is silly. But now,
then
like
when you see
seeing
it-
what's happened here, I'm like, less
Yuck,
funny.
you're
Less
so
funny.
annoying. Even the way
Right.
she voted and the way she laughed, I was like, just
Yeah.
get out of here. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's disappointing, and it's. You're right, like the way she got on the show, but who knows? That coworker could have been like a terrible person or whatever, like really, really annoying, a bully. Who knows? But then, like when you see this, it's like,
when you
is
see
Summer
this
the bully?
behavior, exactly. Who really knows? Because
Yeah.
like I'm so like not impressed by you and your behavior. We have another question here. Does this remind you of Josh Martinez beating Paul? See, Gina
Yes
likes
and no.
Josh, so like don't be slamming
do
on
like
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, I feel
But,
like
like,
Gina should definitely feel this.
This is
question
Gina's
here.
question.
I do feel like it's a little different. It's hard to say because I know, like, I think the jury management piece is just different. Like Paul, I love Paul. I think Paul played a great game, but Paul very much was like playing dumb until the very end and like actually burning people, like really pissing people off. Josh, I don't want to say had not as malicious intent, because I don't want to say Paul had malicious intent, but like for lack of a better term, it just felt I don't know how to say it right, but like I feel like our Josh, this Josh, current Josh, didn't mean to burn people. Well, you know what I mean. He didn't
it's just funny.
mean to burn people. He was just genuinely doing what he thought was going to serve his game the best, and it ended up pissing people off, whereas Paul was straight up pissing people off. You know?
Right. I mean, Josh isn't alone either. Look at how many times this season did we say, like, this is one of the worst HOHs I've ever seen? And I think a lot of it has to do with all the manipulation that Kevin was playing a part in.
Yeah.
And other people as well. We saw Summer pull some strings at, at certain points. We saw certain people getting into the ears of, like, the HOHs throughout the season. But I feel like, you just look at some of these crash and burn HOHs we had. It seemed like Kevin was always the one making this happen, and he was doing it with Josh.
This is why I feel it's different too. Because while I do love Josh Martinez, there's no argument that like Kevin's game and Josh Martinez, like, not the same game, remotely not the same game. Like Kevin really put in the work this season. It's not the same. Kevin really put in the work this season. Josh Martinez kind of got brought to final two. Like, I love him, but like he didn't do as much of the work in BB19.
I need to rewatch some of these because I was still like a BB newbie then, and I don't know that I fully...
That was my first season.
So cute. See, I don't think I fully understood what the hell was going on in some of these, like, to really have an informed opinion. And I have such a negative opinion of that time in Big Brother. And this briefly came up last night. Yeah. And I wonder if that's also slightly because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Or I did and just didn't have an appreciation for it like I do now. Like, I'd love to go back to the Liz and Julia days, whatever season that was.
I want to watch that season.
Yeah, I'd love to. I would like to relive some of those and see if I still think they suck.
Yeah,
because I have no concept of Josh's gameplay to say if it was good or bad. I want so much like a casual that I was like so much more into the drama and fights. Yeah, than instead of actual game. I guess that's a better way to put it. Yeah. So, I'd like a rewatch. Maybe we get bored.
Listen, I have been meaning to rewatch all of them for so long, and I just never have the wherewithal to sit down and just commit to more than one season at a time.
I don't think you should be rewatching things. There are a couple of seasons that you've opted out on.
I've been trying to go from like 2 to current for so long, but I can never.
All right, I don't know about 2 now.
No, I did 2. I watched 2.
I know. Let's not make it crazy. I mean, anything before.
I want to see them all. I gotta see them all.
Okay, well, you're on your own nose. that can be a Gina spinoff. but like, I would love you to watch BB9. Till death do us part.
Sure.
It's such a trash theme, but it creates a lot of problems. Like, it's really like it's really very good. It's very good. No. Stop. I did watch Josh Martinez's win, okay? But I don't have the same appreciation for it because I believe that was like, if you're saying that was BB19, then I believe that was only my second season.
It was my very first, so it was right before you started.
Yeah, because 20 was... Yeah, and I know. Gotta watch it for the pots and pans thing. That's exactly why I didn't like him. That's why I didn't like him.
That was the moment that made me love Josh.
Yeah,
I was not Team Josh at all.
This is where we were at a crossroads.
I love this man.
This is one of the strangest things I've ever heard. Is that the pots and pans is what made you love Josh?
I don't get it. I do not understand that. I don't get it.
So funny. I still watch that video. I still watch the video when I need a good.
I will say now that if I watch that now, it makes me laugh hysterically. But at the time, like seeing Josh parade around the house like that, I absolutely hated it.
Good.
But now,
Literally,
now
that
it's
was
like-
I can pinpoint that being the moment where I was like, never mind. I love
Absolutely
this
not.
man.
No.
Never
I would have marched right up to him. I would have snatched that pen out of his hand, and I would have Princess Peach the fuck out of him. All right, there is absolutely no way I would have beat the shit out of him. You understand me? I would have absolutely
Not
killed
Princess
him.
Peach.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh
She
god.
pulls out that cast iron skillet. Clonk.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, I would have knocked him out. Absolutely
God.
not. No way.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Kevin wins Big Brother Canada 10.
And now listen. I need to take a moment.
Okay.
I need to bring us back a month or two to our preseason chatter when I confidently with gusto said that you cannot tell me that Kevin is not the first boot of the season. I am 150% positive Kevin is going home first. First boot, hate him, bad player, get him out of here.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong. Like, could not be more wrong.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
honestly, I'm thrilled to have been wrong. Kevin turned out to be an incredible player. Very happy that I was wrong, but wow, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, this is honestly so funny to me because I felt the same way as Eugenia. Like, I don't know if I declared, Kevin as like my first boot when we were going over this. I think I actually forget who I picked now, but I don't think it was Kevin. But he was up there for me as like a player that I didn't like. And I specifically remember doing our like first impressions, preseason chatter. And you and I in particular were like, oh, Kevin sucks. He's going to be a monster.
Yep.
He's going to be terrible. And Kyle was a little more like,
Very
I don't know,
vocal
like,
about
this
it.
could be- yeah, like this could be good. Like maybe this is what we want to see. And I was convinced that this was just going to be an awful person in the house that treated
I was a
people
hard
terribly.
no on Kevin.
It is clear that he was like really playing up what he was going to do in his intro video because the way that he went about being the villain, it's like exactly what I want to see on every season.
Yes.
Like he was
That
great.
is precisely what I look for in a good player.
Oh yeah. Like when I saw his intro video, I would have never believed that months later he would be crying his eyes out at the thought of like losing Helena, in the final four. Like I never would have thought that person, Kevin, who we saw in his intro video, was the same person that we saw last night bawling his eyes out because his best friend Helena is, heading out the door. I never would have thought that.
It's also partly like production's fault, because they really like weaseled him up a lot. Like in the way
a
like
lot
his
of those
pictures.
a number of those intro videos are like
But even
preseason
this,
videos.
like
Well, yeah.
that
But even
doesn't
like
even he looks so Weasley.
A lot
Like
of the preseason videos made me feel very differently than I ended up feeling. Like even I remember seeing Gino's preseason video and being like, "Oh, this is like the gym bro. He sucks." I hate Gino is like a little muffin. I just like he's so sweet and so cute. I'm like, you are the opposite of what I thought you were gonna be too.
Yeah.
I also I'd like to circle back to the actual first boot.
Oh yeah.
Miss Melina. I thought her attitude was just atrocious tonight. Like, what was that? Like, she just had like all this attitude.
It's like, why are you? Do you want to be here at all?
And she's like, "Oh, it's great to be back here." It's like, is it? Is it? Because your body language is saying something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, it's like, why did you even apply for this show? Like,
right. It's like you don't like anything to do with this.
Yeah.
I don't know why you ended up here.
right?
Yeah.
Like it was weird tonight. And then like the one clip they had of her from the season was her being like, her mom being like, so who do you think should go up? And her being like, what, so you want me to tell you who to put up? What? Like,
Yeah,
like
what? You
such
want
attitude, like,
you want suggestions? Too? You want suggestions?
do you know? It's like, do you know
Like, do you know what game you're playing?
what this game is?
Yeah. I can't respond to this because I don't know who Willie Hance is.
I don't know.
Okay,
either.
we don't know, and I'm
Sorry.
sure I'm sure it's something I'm about to get shredded for, so I'll wait for it. And then really surprisingly, many people picked Kevin to win early on. I you know what? I'm not surprised because Canada seemed to really like him, based on the fact that they voted for him to win. Thought that was interesting. I also wonder if he truly was Canada's #1 selection, or if it was Betty, and then Betty was evicted. I'd love to know if that's a thing.
Yeah.
But we didn't get into. if we're gonna talk about what Canada's been voting on, we need to touch on the fact that Canada's favorite house guest was Marty, which
I'm so confused.
what?
Yeah,
I
I'm
couldn't
so
believe it.
Confused.
I couldn't believe it.
I don't get this.
I thought everybody very openly hated Marty.
Right? I don't understand it.
I don't know. Do you think? I wonder. Just throwing it out there, because Marty, he was very level-headed in the house, talking about like who he was going to vote for, what he wanted. Like he was like way more on the side of like, oh, like they're great players, like they're doing a good job. You have to give it to them. It's impressive and blah blah blah. Like I wonder if like like that in the house, rather than the attitude of being like, I hate this person, I'm definitely not voting for that person. I wonder. We had already seen him win the Bel Air direct eviction protection earlier this season. And I don't know, maybe his attitude in the jury house won some people over. I don't know. I do, now that B Bean, by the way, mentioned that Willie Hance forced eviction for violence. I wouldn't have been able to like say, oh, I know who Willie Hance is, but hearing that, I know what he's talking about now.
Oh yeah,
B Bean is talking about. He or she, I don't know. B Bean, I don't know.
I don't know. I still don't. I do remember a forced eviction. I don't want to talk. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Gina saw that. Oh, you did. You saw that. Wasn't that BB11?
BB11. Who got forced evicted in BB11? Oh, no, I can't. Oh. Yes.
Sheila.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like, that was fun.
How could I forget?
Right. You don't remember that, John?
Did you watch 11?
I don't know. I honestly, the numbers mean nothing to me.
11 was Jeff and Jordan, Kevin.
Yeah, we watched that.
Oh yes. Okay.
With
yes.
What's his face? Because it all started because Mr. Spectacular.
Jesse.
How was this? Jesse.
Yes.
Okay. It was because he went out because Lydia and Shima
and they eulogized him like he died.
Yes.
Yeah. It's yeah, unless it's within like the last 3 years, the numbers mean absolutely nothing to me.
And then there's me who has not seen half of the seasons but can still tell you the entire cast by the number.
Which is like just so ridiculous. It's just so very ridiculous. All right, so that was Big Brother Canada 10. I guess we're all wrapped up on that.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to even say.
Do we have any Arissa attire to assess?
Yes, we do. We have. Hold on. I got a lot of things to set up. We'll put that there first because that's what we're getting to. Our final Arissa attire assessment. I was really nervous I was going to mess that up. Here's the official studio photo of last night's ensemble.
Fantastic.
I still give it a hot. Still
Super
can't
cute.
really see the shoes.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's the floor's fault. It's the floor's fault. Yeah, I still give it a hot. I really like
it's super cute. Yeah.
I do love it. Although I just kind of had a thought in my brain that
no.
I know.
The movie the movie Dumb and Dumber with the baby
oh
blue
my God.
and the orange tuxes.
No, John.
I still give it a hot. But for some reason that just popped into my mind.
I don't
not
remember
even remotely the same.
I don't remember it.
When we get off, I'm going to show you a picture of this.
Oh God.
I know John said he had sent a picture in the group chat. However, we were talking too much and then it moved up. But Gina did send us to Dolphica,
good picture.
who did post a picture of tonight's dress. This is our finale dress. I will admit, while meaningful, this is not as glamorous as I would have expected for a finale. Especially not was what I saw that she wore last year, thanks to the Instagram. Okay, but I will say this is still a hot.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
yes,
nothing wrong with this.
Definitely
I have to say, I actually liked it better when she was wearing it on the on that first HOH thing in that temple area.
Yes.
just the way it looked around those colors and things. I think it looked a
Oh,
lot
like
better.
just in a different setting, you mean?
Yeah, in a different setting. Yeah, I don't think that this set helps a lot
Mm.
with, well, really anything. I think it looks really good by itself. I don't think it does any outfits any favors. Not to say that the knots that were issued, I'm not going to say that it was the stage's fault. Okay, all right, that's not this is not a pass for the past knots. Okay, that's all. All right, I think we're done.
Man, what a great season, though.
Yeah. Like as chaotic as it was just a really solid watch.
It went so fast, but it was so entertaining. Like, you really never knew what was going to happen. I feel like every season of our show, at least for the last few years, it's like, you know what's going to happen. Going into the week, it's like, all right,
But
depending on who gets
like,
power.
It's so funny
go ahead.
because even when you don't know exactly what's going to happen, it's like for a bad reason. Like, why are these people so chaotic? Everyone's an idiot. No one knows what's going on. This, you never saw what was coming, but it wasn't because they were bad players. It was just because day to day so much was changing. Like, we never had an alliance for longer than like a week, except for like the final two with Kevin and Helena, you know?
Like, these house guests, they were all big game players. They were always scheming, always looking for like that next move. They were playing people, but also getting played by other people. Like, it was just all over the place. It was chaos, but it was like good chaos, and I loved it. This was a great season. Yeah.
Thank you all for hanging.
Yeah.
This has been really good. And a public thank you to Video Brother. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Who made this possible?
Yeah.
I almost said popular. Yikes.
Who made these popular?
Yeah.
We're not.
Because very last minute we decided to do this and then almost weren't able to do it. And then went back to doing it. So
yeah. All because of Video Brother. So thank goodness. This was a lot of fun. Also, slight message too. When the link stops, can we like stop chatting in there? Just be quiet. Quiet. We know the link is coming, and I think it's so rude. People go like link, hello, link, and it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. This is a free
They're working
service.
hard.
This is a free service.
Messed
Be
up.
quiet. You be quiet. Even if we're delayed a half hour, you just wait. You wait.
Yeah.
All right, that's very rude.
They rewind for us so we see what we missed. Like,
yeah. And I like that they go back extra so that you know
just
for
in
your
case.
own OCD. You know for yourself you definitely didn't miss a single thing.
Right.
It's really comforting.
Even when the thing we have to watch again is Betty being burned.
Hey, I would rather that than even 2 seconds after, because it was only 2 seconds. I would never know it was 2 seconds. It would always eat at me. So I need you to go back that far. It's really great.
Well, that's because that's all you need for like that one little look or one little comment. Is that couple of seconds, and then you can miss
the
something.
Context of everything. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Gina's announcement, and then we can talk about where the podcast is going.
Take it away.
Why? I don't want to say it.
You have to. It's your announcement.
Gina's leaving us.
Only briefly.
Yes.
But why? Why are you leaving us?
Yes,
What's
it's
going
so
on?
cool.
Why do you have to leave us?
Because I'm going on tour.
Wait, so you're gonna be in Connecticut, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Hartford,
have to figure out how we can like get there.
Yeah.
There's also a Philly date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them's my stomping grounds. Like that actually might be better. It's a little further, but yeah, I'm really excited about this. Yeah. Congratulations.
So if anyone out there is interested in Emoji Land, I'll be there.
What is it even about?
How do you summarize? It's a lot. I'll explain later.
Go and see Gina Morgino on the national tour of Emoji Land to find out what the show is about.
It is not the Emoji movie.
She'll explain it later. No.
It is not the Emoji movie. It is not a children's show. It is a real show.
Well, I didn't think it was like a children's show, but I thought it would be like something like bringing on light fare.
I mean, people confuse it for like a kid's show because they think of the Emoji movie, but it's very much not that.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't think children. But I didn't think I'm not. You're giving me Avenue Q vibes now.
Oh no.
Oh, I
It's
want
not,
like
like,
bring it on. I want
explicit.
like bring it on vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back on board. I was like, man, I don't want to see something crude.
No. You won't.
Me.
You will see me
of all
rap.
people. I know. I mean that's worth the price of admission alone. Don't you also have to post your audition video? Who's
I
holding
did on
you to that?
TikTok.
Right.
On
It's on
TikTok.
It's
I'm
already
sorry.
up.
Yes.
Oh my god! All right, hold on.
I posted
Excuse-
no, we're not
excuse me,
gonna
what
play
about
it
the
now.
old
No,
people?
wait.
What about the old people on Instagram?
No. Play it later.
She doesn't want to be played on the stream. She doesn't want to be embarrassed. So I don't
Alright,
embarrass her.
Please.
Don't sully her good news. So what does that mean for jury duty? It means we're shutting down.
No.
Thank you to all of our listeners. No, it's not true.
No.
It's not true. John and I are going to carry the torch. Gina will be chiming in when she can.
Yeah, on the road.
On the road. Yeah, if you can join us for a stream, of course, like please come back to us. You know, you want to send us a video to say hello, please do. But John and I will still be here Thursdays at 9:30 because we're doing the Challenge All Stars.
Yes.
We have a guest already lined up. I don't know when she's coming, but Melissa's coming. She's going to join us. One night. She's going to join us. And we have another invite for a permanent host. We'll see if they join us. That's still pending. Announcement pending. But then we're also doing RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 7.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We don't know when yet. All right. Memorial Day is really causing problems for us. So once we figure all that out. And Gina, you can watch that with us too.
Yeah.
Gina's roommate is joining us for this.
Yeah.
The amazing, the incomparable, living legend, James Walsh.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be fucking wild.
He
It's
did
gonna be-
also say that he would be podcasting from my bedroom so as not to confuse the fans. So
I really can't wait. It's really gonna be very, very good. Yeah, I'm really excited. Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously BB24. Oh, can we also whatever, because everybody knows we're ranting now. All right. You know, we briefly toyed with the idea of watching The Circle.
Mhm.
And then we got off of it. And I was fine with being off of it. However, did you see today's announcement? Or actually, I think it was yesterday's announcement. I only saw it today.
No.
I did not.
Entering The Circle for season 4. That has already begun, mind you. Entering The Circle as catfishes. Scary and Baby Spice.
No way.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So, you know, I don't know.
Of course, this is now Kyle's favorite show.
Like,
Wow,
now I
that's-
have a problem. So now I would like to talk offline about how we can shove this in. Even if it means we just have to like pre-record after something else some night. Those were my two. I can't say they're my two favorite Spice Girls because Sporty, you know, it was really about the three of them. I really could not care less about Ginger and Posh, and I know that's a very unpopular opinion. Ginger is very special to many people.
Baby was always my favorite.
Was she? She blew me a kiss when I saw them at Jones Beach.
Wow.
That was my first concert ever on my half birthday. It was June 29th, 1998. I got the tickets. No one cares about this story, but too bad.
I care.
Good. Too bad. No, so back then, you know, you couldn't even do Ticketmaster.com. Like that wasn't really like a thing then. So you had to learn how to like call all these different Ticketmasters. But when they were going on sale, see what people didn't know, you don't call the 888-9000. That was like the local, like Long Island number. You had to call up and down the East Coast and call all these different Ticketmasters in different states and ask them, like, are you selling tickets for like Spice Girls at Jones Beach? So that way you don't get a busy signal. So the tickets were going on sale. Yeah, listen. How did
people go to concerts 20 years ago? How did people do this? Like,
I don't remember it being that complicated. Wow.
This is how when you were a Spice Girls fan or somebody that was that big, because you know scalpers were big then.
Yeah.
Because if you don't remember, the Spice Girls concert at Madison Square Garden sold out so fast that the governor launched an investigation. Yeah, look
I
it
do
up.
not remember that.
It was
Wow.
a big deal. Maybe it
Yo,
wasn't-
the
it really wasn't
scalpers
a
are
government,
wild.
but it was
outside.
somebody, some big politic man,
Yeah.
somebody in
big
charge of things.
Politics,
I was
man.
young. I was in junior high. I couldn't be concerned with that. I was calling up and down the East Coast looking for tickets. No, so I found this place. I found a Ticketmaster in Maine that was selling it, and I said that's far enough away. The tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. We were just on the phone shooting the shit with this man at 9:55, just talking. Right? It's 10 o'clock. He just went. He goes, "I got you tickets in the second row."
Second
Second
row.
row, right? Second row. So I sat there, gay as could be, with my mother. The thing opens and the girls come out, and I just go, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm just so happy." Like, it was like this, just the stupidest thing. Whatever. So Baby Spice blew a kiss to me during Viva Forever.
Ugh,
And it was a moment I'll remember forever. Yes.
Well,
Yes, I will.
what a treat.
Yes. It was a true treat.
That was
yes.
my girl.
Yeah, it was very special. It was very special. Yeah. So, The Circle, season 4. So I can see my girls. We can talk about it. We'll see.
Mhm.
And that's it. That's really it, it's a good time. This is a good season. I'm really glad this worked out.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who hung out with us. Thank you to two of you hanging out with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Next season, we have to make sure we're keeping up with the clips.
I've been busy.
No, because I was like, oh, we could have our own recap thing. It would already be done if we just did the clips. Like all you have to just do is just put them all together, and it's like.
Now, listen,
Done.
I
Just
fell
walk
off
away.
of social media. Now you know why. I was very busy with auditions.
I know, just booking things and everything.
Listen, you're like this should come before your national tour, so I don't know what you're
Yes.
talking about.
All right, we all built it. We built this from the ground up. It's the labor of love.
No, I'm so freaking excited for you. It's so awesome. It's so awesome.
I'm really excited for you, but I also would be lying if I said that I did not check the dates and then look at the fact that I wanted to make sure you were free July 14th for our 1-year anniversary.
Oh.
And it looks like you should be home. Well, you're home, right? You're home.
Yeah, it as of right now, yes.
As of right now.
I don't know.
You laughing at me?
Yes, I am at it. So
Rude.
as of right now. He's so stupid.
I am. I'm very dumb. I'm very dumb.
I know. What if the tour gets extended? I mean, we wish you success, but we also wish you to not have a show that night. Maybe you'll be traveling, and you can at least put us on your phone.
Yeah.
Even if the hum of the bus in the background, whatever. We have to be together for our 1-year anniversary, July 14th. We're gonna invite all our friends back too.
Yeah.
Are we? I just decided.
Sure.
Let's do it.
And I think everybody should wear something nice. I always want us to get dressed up.
I'm wearing a suit. I'm wearing the suit that Marty wore.
Come on, suit.
On the finale tonight. I loved his suit. I want that
great.
suit.
I would give it a hot.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah. It was a great suit.
I'm gonna have to call it. Maybe he got it from Winners. I'll have to ask where he got it from.
I heard that Winners is for losers.
Every time I hear the word winners, all I hear is winners is for losers. This is all I hear in my head.
That's what I hear. I mean, because that's what I first heard, and because I don't know anything about Winners, that's all I can associate it with,
Yeah.
And finders keepers, whatever that thing is. That's all.
Right.
Right before one of those other episodes. All right, this is really starting to go off the rails.
It's all right. It's all right. We're having fun.
Yeah,
but
whatever. It's finale night. But again, thanks. All right.
Mess.
Thank you. It's been really fun. It's a really good time. Thanks for hanging out. Find us on the socials. BB Jerry Judy. Okay. We're doing fun things. We do polls and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, also 100% of you that did answer the poll also agreed that jet dress was a
Was
nod.
a nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
it's just understood. It is just understood that it was not good. Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Not
Now
great.
we're done. Thank you all. Thank you.